सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Om. We have completed the 16th chapter, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogaha, and Lord Krishna is going to start another topic, that is Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yogaha. These two chapters, that is 16th and 17th chapters, are not dealing with Mahavakya subject, but they are very, very important as a sadhana part. Mahavakya helps us to arrive at sadhyam, that is goal. Aham Brahmasmi Jnanam is the ultimate goal of every human being, that is moksha. That is called sadhyam. Once you want to attain sadhyam, the goal, you require a means. Means is called sadhanam. Without sadhanam, you cannot reach your sadhyam or goal. For everything in this world, sadhanam is required to reach anywhere. Even to see book, sometimes you need specs. It is a sadhana. Without specs, some of you may not able to read. It is a sadhana. To read, to see. So sadhana helps us to get something what I want. Similarly, in our life also, as a mumukshu seeker, once I want to get moksha, purushartha, jnanam, I am committed to study shastra. I am committed to put effort to attain that jnanam. But the same commitment I have to put on these sadhanas also. Effort is required. So that sadhana is called Daivi Sampat, Lord said. One should develop Daivi Sampat, noble qualities to acquire, to make oneself qualified. Similarly, in this chapter also, another group of sadhanas Lord Krishna is going to reveal. The qualifications required to attain self-knowledge. When you have that qualification only, the purpose will be served. Even though that qualifications are difficult to acquire, but there is no choice. You cannot skip them. Okay, it is so difficult. Let me go through backdoor entry. Let me come circumvent. So shortcut method and all, it won't help. So Lord Krishna emphasizes how important those sadhanas are. If you want to get full benefit without delay, that means without postponing in this birth, if you want to get, that sadhanas are going to come in the 17th chapter. First shloka begins with Arjuna's question based on the previous chapter. 16th chapter, Arjuna heard that from Lord Krishna in 24th verse, Tasmat Shastram Pramanante Karyakarya Vyavasthitau, 16th chapter, 24th shloka. Karya means to perform. Akaryam means not to perform. To be done or not to be done. These two we have karya, akaryam. What to be done, what not to be done, what is the pramanam, what is the source for me? Shastram only pramanam. Idi pannu, idi pannakudadu ani. By what way I implement this into action or not? Nadi Shastram only pramanam. Karya akarya vyavasthitau. Then only gnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartum arhasya chullar Bhagavan. Therefore, Arjuna, may you know what is said in Shastra. Gnatva shastra vidhana uktam. Enna vidhanam? What is the mode? What is the paddhati? What is the prakara? What to be done, what not to be done, said in Shastra, Terinjuko, Gnatva. Therefore, that Bhagavan indirectly informing to all people what? Everyone should study Shastra. Otherwise, we do not know what is right, what is wrong to do. We cannot say so. Everybody knows what is right, what is wrong. For that, we need not go to Shastra. I don't want to get hurt, therefore I should not hurt. Nobody want to get hurt. This is what everybody knows. For this sake, Shastra ketta ponuma enna, padikkanuma. Even the thief knows that it is wrong what he is doing. Everybody knows what is dharma, what is adharma. What not to do, what to do, everybody knows. For that we need not go to Shastra. But why Lord Krishna says, Shastra vidhana muktam, gnatva, you have to know Shastra. There only we have to think. எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியுமே தப்பு என்னன்னு தெரியாதா என்ன அதுக்கு சாஸ்திரம் படிக்கணுமா என்ன they will laugh at us. But we have to understand clearly here. They know it is wrong, they should not do that. But in spite of that knowledge, they perform. In spite of that knowledge it is wrong, the person commit a mistake. The reason is not that he do not know that it is wrong, but the reason is that he do not know about consequences. He do not know the other side of those consequences. That is the reason why he commit mistake. The consequence what he expects in front of his or her eyes, that consequence is more pleasurable, suppose. Once by cheating one person, a person get money, that consequence is profit. Benefit I am seeing in front of my eyes. That only he knows. More than that he do not know. I can rob money, I can get money, I can enjoy. More than that he cannot see. Beyond that he cannot see a person when he commit a mistake. Any person knowingly commit the mistake, but that consequence, immediate consequence, what he feels he gets, but Shastra says there is much more you have to see beyond. Much more you have to see beyond. Once you violate the law, one day or other you have to pay the price. Now you are compromising with any violation of that law to your conscience. You are violating, but unknown factors, unknown consequences you can know through Shastra. Unknown consequences you know only through Shastra. இப்போ இது பண்ணினா இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணினா இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் நடக்கும். Unless you come to Shastra, you do not know. That is why people commit mistakes, because they are not exposed to Shastra. They do not know what are all the consequences are going to come. When after long time, even later janmas, it will pursue you. Wrong action will not leave you without giving the phalam. Because people are afraid of listening this, and they are wantedly, deliberately want to be away from Shastra. And Shastra is directly posing. This is wrong, you are doing. Yes, I am doing. But there is no way for me. I have to do. This is a man-made laws and natural laws. There are two types. Man-made laws we ourselves make and we violate. Yeah. That's why we violate traffic rules. Traffic rules are all made by not Bhagavan. For our convenience sake, we have made those things. Like that, we made so many laws. We have made so many human laws are there, and we know often how people are violating them, including High Court, Supreme Court. சொல்லக்கூடாது தர்மாசனம் சொல்றோம், தர்மம் எங்க இருக்கான்னு கேட்கிறோம் நம்ம. They're all human made laws. If you violate those human made laws, but it is going to affect the natural law of Ishvara. Human made laws based on that dharma which is natural dharma. That natural dharma, natural laws, Ishvara's order in the creation, based on that human laws are made. There are some adjustments, and people are violating human laws. Either you violate human laws, it will going to affect the natural law. And that natural law, once you violate, you are rubbing against to that dharma. If you rub against to dharma, going against to that inner conscience, this is wrong, what am I doing? If you knowingly, deliberately, if you do, you are rubbing against the dharma. சுவாமினி இப்படி எல்லாம் சொன்னா இந்த உலகத்துல வாழவே முடியாதே, ஹோல் வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் லைஃப் நல்ல அக்கிரமம் தானே இருக்குன்னு. We are not talking about that now. How the Ishvara's law order, if you violate, if you rub against the law, you are get rubbed. I used to give an example. A person goes against that big tree, அந்த ட்ரங்க்கு போய் பின்னாடி பேக் வந்து ரப் பண்ண என்ன ஆகும்? இஸ் ரிமூவிங் ஷர்ட் அண்ட் ரப்பிங் அகேன்ஸ்ட் டு த ட்ரீ, அந்த பார்க் ட்ரங்க்கு இஸ் ரப்பிங். ஆஃப்டர் சம் டைம் வாட் வில் ஹேப்பன்? He get rubbed and he get wound also. Pranam. He cannot wear a shirt for 10 days. Nothing happened to that tree. Same way, once we go against to the laws, natural laws of the Lord, we are also going to face that. But unfortunately, we do not know the consequences, which are all hidden. Janma janmas hidden. Therefore, person has to be very careful. Spiritual downfall will take place. Suppose I say these words, Shastra says, spiritual down. Who wants spiritual upliftment? I don't want. Spirituality venda, and upliftment venda. Now let me present and live, let me survive in this world. Let me survive in this world. This is the answer they give. Okay, you survive. You survive in this world for few decades. You may survive, you thrive like anything in this world for few decades. Maximum 60, 70, 80. You may thrive. But that phalam, what you have done, it will come along with you. Dharmam anuvartate. It will come along with you. Therefore, a person should know the Shastra and what are the consequences. You are going to face that in the form of papa. That papa will fructify in the form of dukkha. Person may say immediately, who knows later, next janma it happens. Let me be happy in this life. Person may say that also. Everything where they are ready, they want to compromise. Shastra says further, suppose now you see a person who is suffering now, mental turmoil undergoing. Why I have to undergo turmoil? Tell me. Why I have to undergo mental turmoil, turbulence? What I have done? I have not done anything, but I am suffering. Are you having answer? No answer. Shastra says there is answer. Without cause there is no need. The effect will never come. This dukkha, the pain, is the effect of something. Suppose I had taken food something and vaitu vali vandadu. Ayyo adi saapta vaitu vali vandadunna. And the food the cause vaitu valiki. Or medicine potta udane rashes varum. And medicines போடுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. ஸோ இந்த மெடிசின் தான் காஸ் ஃபார் திஸ் ரேஷஸ் అని தெரியறதா இல்லையா? அதே மாதிரி யூ இன்ஃபர், சப்போஸ் எ பர்சன் அண்டர்கோயிங் எ டர்மாயில், டர்புலன்ஸ் இன் த மைண்ட், கொதிக்கிறது உள்ள, வை ஐ ஹாவ் டு சஃபர் லைக் திஸ்? என்ன சாஸ்திரா சேஸ், திஸ் இஸ் த ரிசல்ட் ஆஃப் யுவர் ப்ரீவியஸ் கர்மா. Shastra says, otherwise how can you undergo this pain? Without cause there is no effect. Effect can never come without the cause. But the cause I do not know now. Now you do not know. But the effect only you are seeing now. Because you have no knowledge of your previous janma. You have only knowledge of your present janma. Shastra says, otherwise without the cause you cannot undergo this effect, pain. Therefore, this is papa karma's effect. This is the effect of that some wrong action in previous years or previous janma. Therefore, never violate the natural laws. So like this Shastra says, karma siddhantana. Our karma only is the cause. Let me do right actions now. Let me not go along with my ragadvesha. My action should not be governed by ragadvesha. இதுதான் ஒரே ஒரு லா. என்னன்னா, நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வேண்டிய லாங்குவேஜில், புரிஞ்சுக்கிற லாங்குவேஜில் சொல்லணும்னா, லெட் மை ஆக்ஷன் ஷுட் நாட் பேக்டு பை அட்டாச்மெண்ட் ஆர் அவர்ஷன். Let my action should not be governed by my likes and dislikes, or let my action should not be governed by or determined by my own raga, dvesha, attachment or aversion. இது பார்த்துக்கிட்டோம்னா 99% we can avoid. Whatever I do, it is not because of attachment I am doing, not because of aversion. If in the ரெண்டுமே எஸ்கேப் பண்ணிட்டோம்னா we are safe. Most of the time we violate natural laws or man-made laws out of attachment, out of liking. Most of the time we violate that man-made and natural laws out of aversion. இதுதான் cause. So Lord Krishna is going to say, Arjuna, one should perform one's own actions without any raga dvesha. Why raga dvesha comes? Because of swabhava. Because of one's own nature, swabhava, this raga dvesha play a in front role. Raga dvesha, likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like this. This raga dvesha, how to come out? Change your swabhava. How can I change my swabhava? Swabhava is that which you cannot change. That also you carry from previous janma. I cannot change my swabhava. Then what to do now? You have free will. You have free will and choose a highest goal in your life. To achieve that goal, you have to change your swabhava if it is not friendly to your goal. You have to change your swabhava, even though it is the toughest task, to some extent, you have to change yourself to achieve the higher goal. Pandida ahanam, vere vali illa. So, Arjuna is going to ask that question. What Lord Krishna said in the previous sloka, whatever way, yat karosh yadasnas yajjuhosh dadasi yat. Whatever you do, 9th chapter he said, whatever you do, offer to me, Bhagavan said. Now Bhagavan says, you have to follow Shastra. If person do not know Shastra, suppose he does out of Shraddha, then what phalam he gets? He is going to ask the question. We will read that shloka. अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच ये शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेषां निष्ठा तु का कृष्ण सत्त्वमाहो रजस्तमः Arjuna uvacha. Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, Tesham nishtha ka. Those people, Tesham, those people, nishtha ka. What is the status of those people? Nishtha means conviction. Status, level of those people. Who are those people? Ye shastram vidhim, shastra vidhim utsrujya yajante. Those people who are ignorant of or ignore, utsrujya means ignore, given up. Shastra vidhim, the scriptural ordinances or rules and regulations. Shastra means shastra. Vidhi means vidhanam, paddhati. Vidhanam, paddhati, the rules, regulations or ordinance. Yajante, leaving or ignoring the Shastra Vidhanam and worshipping the Lord. You are asking me, hey Krishna, worship me, worship me, worship me, and then only you will get it. Attain me. To worship me also you follow certain rules, regulations, what are all said in Shastra. But what about those people who worship you, but they do not know Shastra? Why they do not know? Because so many reasons. whether they violate because of ignorance or they violate because of negligence. What is the reason? Some people ignore because of ignorance. Some people ignore or violate because of negligence. Why they do like that? What is the reason? What about their status of action? What is the level of their action, their worship? Are they going to get benefit if they do not follow Shastra? But they have Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna. First line he says, Shraddhayanvitaha, he said. They performed those rituals, they worshipped you out of Shraddha. They have Shraddha, they are illiterate from the Shastra standpoint to follow all stipulated by the Shastra. Rules, regulations stipulated by Shastra, meticulously they are not able to follow. But they have Shraddha. Shraddhayanvitaha. Anvitaha means endowed with. Shraddhaya, with faith, endowed with. Endowed with Shraddha. Sattvam. Is it because of Sattva? Or is it because of Rajas? Or is it because of Tamas? Because of what guna? No? What Sattva, Rajas, Tama, Tamaha. Tesham nishtatu Sattva nishtha or Rajo nishtha or Tamo nishtha. Whoever perform all devotional or rituals, whoever perform with Shraddha, but without stipulated rules and regulations. What about their actions? Are they going to get benefit or not? It comes under what? It comes under Sattvika Shraddha or Rajasya Shraddha or Tamasika Shraddha. Here Shraddha means we have to know. Shraddha means here not just belief. Faith and translation to Shraddha is faith. Faith ki innoru translation enna solluvel? Belief. But exact translation is very difficult for Shraddha. Therefore, let us continue the word Shraddha as Shraddha. Often we use, especially our parents use, Amma Appa enna solluva? Shraddhaya pannu, Shraddhaya pannu. Faith which pannu, belief ane jodichu panna maata. Enna Shraddha ki right translation e kadiyadu English la. Even dharma ki kuda translation kadiyadu. Adhe maadi pativrata ki translation kadiyadu. So therefore let us use dharma, dharma. Pativrata ki pativrata. And pavitram ki pavitram, not holy. Pavitram na pavitram. Similarly Shraddha na Shraddha. So that Shraddha means an attitude towards your understanding what you are doing. That's Shraddha. Shraddha is not a belief, but it is an understanding about your actions. The whole attitude towards your life is called Shraddha. So that's why it's very difficult to translate. Even you cannot explain to your children also. Ennamma Shraddha anna. Ededo appadi ipdi solli chuthrindirupome thavare we cannot explain. So simple way we want to understand, the way you dress up, you have lot of Shraddha nu solluvom. Evvala Shraddha irundha eppadi dress pannuvom parunga alaga. So by looking at the dress, the way they wear a person, it shows their Shraddha upon their dress and their attitude also. By looking at the dress itself, some people can come to conclusion. In the dress, whether this person is really interested in Vedanta or not, Really, this person is interested in commitment in Vedanta, further pursuit in future also. Either this person is materialistic person or a religious person. Or this, தெரியுமா தெரியாதா? இதெல்லாம் நார்மலா தெரியும். This person is disciplined or not. அந்த ட்ரெஸ்ஸில்னு தெரிஞ்சு போயிடும். The way they wear their dress and the way they comb their hair. எவ்வளவு ஸ்ரத்த பாருங்க, அந்த நெயில்ஸ்னு கிளீனா வச்சுன்னு, அது ஸ்ரத்தா இல்லையா? ஸ்ரத்தா. The way they keep their house, it shows what? ஸ்ரத்தா. You enter the house, immediately you see the house. அப்பா எவ்வளவு ஸ்ரத்தையா, எவ்வளவு நல்லா வச்சிருக்கான்னு என்ன அர்த்தம்? எவ்வளவு ஸ்ரத்தையா பண்ணிருக்கான்னு அர்த்தம். Cooking also shows your Shraddha. Everything at your body level, at your mental level, at your verbal level, the Shraddha appears, manifest in every action of yours. Shraddha manifests. The way you keep the books, that shows Shraddha. The way you maintain the time, it shows Shraddha. இப்போ எல்லா விஷயத்திலும் ஸ்ரத்தா அப்பியரிங் சுவாமினி. ஆமா, everywhere Shraddha is manifesting. Yoya Shraddha Sayeva Sahana. What is his Shraddha? That is he, his character. What is his Shraddha? That is his character. It decides his character, his goal, his gamyam, destiny, decides his character decides his Shraddhana. So Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam, அங்கே போய் சேரும் ஃபைனல்ல. இதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு, என்ன மேல நாலேஜ் தான். அந்த நாலேஜ் வர்றதுக்கு இவ்வளவு ஸ்ரத்தா வேணும். So he says, Lord Krishna is going to answer for that question. Anuprashna Arjuna asked based on previous chapter. Now, since that character is threefold, he is going to say. That character is threefold. Sri Bhagavanu Vacham Trividha Bhavati Shraddha Dehinam Sa Svabhavajam Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Cheti Tam Shrunu. I hope these Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, all names are familiar to you. Because we saw in 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, there we saw Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. So this Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunatmika Maya Sahitam Brahma is only manifesting. So we are all having how many gunas? 3 gunas we have. Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. So that is the Swabhava of Anatma. Swabhava means what? Innate nature of that Maya, which is the cause of this Prakriti, that is Anatma Shariram, Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram. So that is the innate nature of 3 gunas. The 3 gunas are manifesting in this body-mind complex. No one can separate. Let me throw away this Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Let me have only Sattva Guna. Impossible. Irunda 3 குணங்கள் இருந்துட்டே இருக்கும். பட் ப்ரொபோர்ஷன் வந்து கொஞ்சம் அப்படி இப்படி இங்க மாதிரி. No, 1, 2, 3 இருக்கு. Wherever I want, I can use that knob. I can adjust it. Adjustment is possible, but adjustment is required also. For harmony, the sound should come properly. நான் adjust பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். Otherwise, you will all get up and go away. Adjust பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். So, I have to adjust in such a manner that you should not go away. It must be audible, and at the same time, it should not disturb us. It should not be jarring. It should not be, and no sound. Sound இல்லாமல் இருந்தாலும் கஷ்டம். So எப்படி adjust பண்ணணும்? I have to see that you should sit up to 12 o'clock. So in the adjustment பண்ணாத my speech will be meaningful work. It will work out. Otherwise, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen in another sense. Nothing will happen. Knowledge won't take place. Speech won't take place. And we cannot understand anything. கஷ்டமா இருக்கும். அது எப்படியோ இந்த 3 knobs இருக்கு இல்லையா, சத்வ ரஜஸ் தமோ குணா ஸ்திரீ குணாஸ் ஆர் தேர். Let us adjust properly, in tune. ப்ராப்பரா அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணப்பா. அது எப்படி என்னோட கையில இருக்குன்னா இருக்குன்னாரு. பகவான் வழி கொடுக்கிறாரு. எப்படி இது பண்றதே கஷ்டமோ, அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்றது எவ்வளவு கஷ்டம் பாருங்க. ஒரு பக்கம் பேசிட்டே இருக்கணும், ஒரு பக்கம் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். அதே மாதிரி ஒரு பக்கம் இன்டராக்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். வேர்ல்டு கூட ஐ கேனாட் let me wait, let you wait, I'll go and adjust my sattva rajas tamo guna, afterwards I'll come and சொல்ல முடியாது. I cannot ask you even 1 minute to wait. Within this 1 hour, I have to adjust and I have to continue my speech. An example. A personal anubhavam. Similarly, I have to interact with my son, daughter, husband, mother-in-law, father-in-law. I cannot postpone my duties. I cannot run away from my duties. That same time I have to continue my interactions and I have to adjust my this swabhava, which is amicable to, harmonious to the other people. Even though it is swabhava, let me have some balance in my swabhava. Which is swabhava is governed by 3 gunas. So 3 gunas are inevitable. 3 are there in us. Based on that, our swabhava is built up. Our swabhava is like this. We are all carried here with those characteristics. Ellarme, every person. The way we look, the way we speak, the way we move, the way we talk, everything is based, backed by our swabhava. Swabhava means what? 3 gunas. எப்படி கிருஷ்ண பரமாத்மா சேஸ். படிச்சோமோ ஸ்லோகம்? ஸ்ரீ பகவானு வாச்ச. Lord Krishna said, giving answer. Trividha bhavati shraddha dehinam. Shraddha trividha bhavati. Shraddha means that faith, that shraddha is threefold. Trividha means threefold. 3 kinds of shraddha. For whom? For all human beings. Dehinam. For all human beings. What about other beings? They don't have free will, they don't have choice. Therefore, there is no need of shraddha for them. We are only having free will, we are only having choice. Therefore, we require shraddha. So, it is a privilege. One side it is an advantage, another side it is disadvantage also. Choice irundha kashtam, choice illennavum kashtam da. So, it is in our hands whether it is a privilege to convert it as a privilege or disadvantage. A mature person convert it as a choice, as a privilege. Free will is a privilege. I need not feel bad about it. I have to make use of it properly. That privilege. What he says, Dehinam, for human beings, Shraddha Trividha Bhavati. What is that? Satviki Shraddha, Rajasi Shraddha, Tamasi Shraddha iti. Swabhavaja. Sa Swabhavaja. It is born of one's nature. Swabhavaja means, ja means born out of. Born out of what? Born out of one's own nature. That is called Swabhavaja. Sa means that Shraddha. That Shraddha which is born out of his own nature, it is in three kinds. He is going to present all trayams now here. First Shraddha, trayam. Three types of Shraddha. Number one. Then Ahara trayam. Three types of Ahara. Not only Shraddha, there are all three types. Ella trayam. Mooda varum ellame. Ahara trayam. Yajna trayam. Three types of yajnams. Dana trayam. Three types of charities. Tapamsi trayam. Three types of austerities. Ella varaporade. List sollaporar Bhagavan. So, இப்படிப்பட்ட ஸ்ரத்தா இருந்தா இது சாத்விக ஸ்ரத்தா, இப்படிப்பட்ட ஸ்ரத்தா இருந்தா இது தாமச ஸ்ரத்தா, இப்படிப்பட்ட ஸ்ரத்தா இருந்தா இது ராஜச ஸ்ரத்தா. இந்த மாதிரி ஃபுட்டு சாப்பிட்டா இது சாத்விக ஆகாரம், இப்படி ஃபுட்டு சாப்பிட்டா இது ராஜச ஃபுட்டு. அவர் எல்லாம் சொல்ல போறாரு. இப்போ நம்ம எங்க இருக்காம தெரிய போறது நமக்கு. ஒரு பிக்சர் ப்ளூ பிரிண்ட் காமிக்க போறாரு பகவான் நமக்கே. 3 types of all these tapas, levels of destiny also decide by this only, fully. Now 3 are there. They are 3 types, 3 kinds of Shraddha, Trayam. Now let us see 3 types of Shraddha. Satvika Shraddha na eppadi iruppan adu solla porar. In the third shloka we will read that one. Shrunu tam. Hear about them. All these 3 I am going to talk about 3 types. Shrunu tam. May you shrunu. May you listen to me. Third shloka. Sattvanurupa sarvasya. Shraddha bhavati bharata. Shraddha mayoyam purushah. Yo yashraddha sa eva saha. The question is whether faith is born out of, question வரலாம், இந்த ஸ்ரத்தா யார் மூலமா வந்தது இவனுக்குன்னு கேட்பான். சப்போஸ் ஸ்ரத்தா born out of any sangha, association with somebody, company. The Shraddha born out, whether the Shraddha is born out of any company or sangha, association with somebody, or Shraddha born out of learning of scriptures. Question. Shraddha born out of learning of scriptures or Shraddha born out of innate nature? உங்களோட ஸ்வபாவம் மூலமா வந்ததான்னா இந்த 3 கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கு ஆன்சர் பகவான் சொன்னாரு செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின் ஸ்லோகால. இது ஸ்வபாவஜான்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. இட்ஸ் நாட் born out of association with anybody. Shraddha is not born out of an association with anybody. Shraddha is not born out of any learning from scriptures. Shraddha is innate nature, his innate nature. He came along with that Shraddha. He is born along with that Shraddha. That's Swabhavaja Kartham. So in this Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, in the 3 divisions I am making, this is Swabhavam, person. Based on these 3 gunas, அவனுடைய ஸ்ரத்தா இருக்கும் అని சொல்ல போறார். இப்போ இது ஸ்ரத்தா எப்படி வந்தது? அந்த 3 குணாஸ்னுடைய ஸ்வபாவம் மூலமா வரது என்ன. இப்போ இந்த 3 குணாஸ்னு we can make it into 2. Sattva 1 type, Rajas and Tamas come under, both put together 1 type. So that is why Sattva is Daivi Sampat, we have understood in the previous chapter. சத்வகுண சம்பன்னஹ, சாத்விக சம்பன்னஹ, தைவி சம்பன்னஹ. இப்போ ரஜஸ் அண்ட் தமஸ், these two put together comes under rajasic. Rajasic and tamasic put together asuras, asuri sampat ani சொன்னோம். இந்த broadly 3 divisions வந்து we can make it into classify into 2. What is the subtle difference? இந்த மூடுக்குள்ள subtle difference. Sattvic means goodness. Sattva means goodness, good person in artham. Selfless, good person, noble. That we know. But what is the difference between, slight difference between this Rajoguna and Tamoguna? There is no much difference. But these Rajasic people follow scriptural injunctions. Rajasic people, Rajasic predominant Swabhava person follow meticulously stipulated rules and regulations given by Shastra. Who Rajasic person. But selfish. Actions are selfish. He wants to go to heaven. And he does all stipulated rules, regulations he follow, meticulously he do, but what for? Full selfish. He goes to heaven, he comes back. That you know. This is Rajasic. But whereas Tamasic person, he will not follow Shastra stipulations. His actions will harm to others. In the Rajasic person's actions, selfish actions, and not harmful much to others, but most selfish actions and matter. Adukda Shastram. He used the Shastra Vidhi for his selfishness. But in the Tamasic person will not look into Shastra, negligence and matter. Carelessness. Therefore, when parents மூலமா வருதுன்னா ஹெரிடிட்டரின்னு சொல்லலாமா இந்த ஸ்வபாவம்? சுவாமி அது அப்பாலேருந்து வந்ததுன்னு சொல்றாரு இல்லையா? அவர் எல்லாம் அப்பா ஸ்வபாவம் இது எல்லாமே. அவருடைய குள்ளு தாத்தா ஸ்வபாவம். அவரு இப்படிதான், அவருக்கு முக்கு மேலே இருக்கும் கோபம்னா. இப்படி எல்லாம் பேசவே கூடாது. நம்ம சாஸ்திரம் never accept that. If it is so, Ravana's father, Vishravasu, is a Brahmana, is a very noble person. How Ravana born to him? அப்பா குணம் வரணுமே, ராவணாக்கு வரலையே. So you cannot say, you cannot go by that rule. Not only that, Hiranyakashipu, what type of person? அப்பா குணம் வரணுமே அண்ணா, அப்ப பிரகலாதன் என்ன ஆயிடுவான்? அவனு ஒரு ராட்சசன் ஆயிடுவான். But whereas Prahalada is a great bhakta. ஒரு குணம் கூட வரல அப்பாலந்து. So you cannot say hereditary. அது பிரகலாதனுடைய ஸ்வபாவம், விபீஷனுடைய ஸ்வபாவம். That is Ravana's ஸ்வபாவம். Not connected to அப்பா அம்மா. Okay, don't tell to your children, grandchildren முன்னாடி போய் எல்லாம் அப்பா மாதிரி தான், அம்மா மாதிரி என்ன, you will fail in your life if you say like that. ஒன்று அடையாளம் வச்சுட்டு அப்படி எல்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. இந்த ஜீன்ஸ் கீன்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஒர்க் ஆகவே ஆகாது. இதெல்லாம் பூர்வ ஜென்ம சம்ஸ்கார. பூர்வ ஜென்ம சம்ஸ்கார. What are all actions he has or she has done in the previous ஜென்மா, அந்த சம்ஸ்காரம் அப்படியே ஒரு கொஞ்சம் கூட விடாமல் அப்படியே மூட்டை கட்டி சேஃபா இன்னர் லாக்கர்ல கொண்டு வந்துட்ட, தனக்குள்ளே கொண்டு வந்துட்டான். That is why you cannot change your daughter, you cannot change your son. Either way, if they are good or bad, you cannot change. அப்ப என்ன சுவாமினி, அப்போ அவங்க எல்லாம் யூஸ்லெஸ் தானே, ஒன்னும் பண்ண வேண்டாமே. Don't think like that. You have to do your duty. Rest of the things you leave to God. Pray for them. Leave to Lord the rest. அப்படி பண்ணணும். So Lord Krishna says further in this third shloka, హే భారత, ఓ అర్జున అన్నాడు. భారత మీన్స్ జ్ఞాపకం వరదో, భా మీన్స్ బ్రహ్మ విద్య, రతః మీన్స్ ద రెవెలింగ్, ద వన్ హూ రెవెల్స్ ఇన్ బ్రహ్మ విద్య ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ భారత. There is a value for scriptural knowledge in whose mind or antahkaranam, intellect, there is a value for scriptural knowledge. That person is called Bharata. Arjuna has got that value for knowledge. That's why he is standing in front of Arjuna, Krishna, and listening to their teaching. Hey Bharata, Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati. According to his temperament or nature. Sattva anurupanna, sattva means here antakaranam, mind. Mental setup, no? Mental setup. Mental frame. According to that mental frame, his swabhavam. Swabhavam. Anurupa means according to that. In the manner of anurupam. And that division what we did, Rajas and Tamas comes almost closer. Both are twins. The Kumbhakarna is more predominant tamasic. Ravana is predominantly rajasic. And அங்கே ராஜசிக் தாமசிக் கம்பைண்ட் அப்படி போயிட்டே இருக்கும் பக்க பக்கத்துலேயே. ஸோ ராஜசிக் அண்ட் தாமசிக் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் க்ளோஸ். சத்வ அனுரூபா ஸ்ரத்தா சர்வஸ்ய பவதி, அதுதான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். சர்வஸ்ய மீன்ஸ் ஃபார் ஆல், ஃபார் எவ்ரி ஒன். சத்வ அனுரூபா பவதி. அயம் புருஷः ஸ்ரத்தாமயः. A person, ayam purushah means this person, who is backed by his own temperament, shraddhamayah, consists of his faith, shraddha. He is saha eva saha. As his shraddha, so is he. அவன் ஸ்ரத்த எப்படியோ யாதிருஷி ஸ்ரத்தா பவதி தாதிருஷி பலம். யாதிருஷி ஸ்ரத்தா தாதிருஷி பலம். உன்னோட ஸ்ரத்த எப்படி இருக்கோ அப்படியே இருக்கேன்னு சொல்லுவான். ஸ்ரத்த இல்லாமல் படிச்சுட்டீங்களோ அப்படிதான் வந்தது மார்க்கு சொல்லலாம் இல்லையோ. குழந்தைக்கு என்ன சொல்றோம், மார்க் வரல என்ன, உன்னோட ஸ்ரத்த இப்படி இருக்கு இல்லையா, அப்படிதான் வந்தது. நல்ல மார்க் வந்தா நல்ல ஸ்ரத்தையா படிச்சுட்டான், அதனால நல்ல மார்க் வாங்கிட்டான்னு சொல்லுவான். அது நம்ம சொல்றதுல பகவானே சொல்லிட்டாரு. ஸ்ரத்தா ஸ்ரத்தாமயः யஹ ஏவ சஹ, யஹ யஸ்ரத்தஹ ச ஏவ சஹ. அப்படி அன்வயம். யஹ யத் ஸ்ரத்தஹ ச ஏவ சஹ. வாட் இஸ் ஹிஸ் ஃபெய்த், தட் இஸ் ஹீ. He is what? His faith எப்படியோ அவரை அப்படி என்ன, அவன் ஸ்ரத்த எப்படியோ அவரை அப்படி என்ன. ஸ்ரத்த வீடு பார்த்தா எப்படி இருக்கும், வீடு மேலே எவ்வளோ ஸ்ரத்த இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சு போயிடும். அக்கறைன்னு சொல்லுவான், தமிழில் சொல்லணும்னா அக்கறை. அக்கறை என்னென்னா, அக்கறை இருந்தால் ஸ்ரத்த இருந்தால் நல்லா பண்ணுவோம், அக்கறை இல்லைன்னா நல்லா பண்ண மாட்டோம், அவ்வளோதான். ஏன் நல்ல பண்ணல, நல்ல ஏன்னா அதில் ராகத்வேஷ பிளேயிங் ரோல். Next shloka we will read. Yajante satvika devan, yajante satvika यक्षरक्षांसि राजसाः प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः. Now another trayam, second trayam, ahara trayam I said, but Lord Krishna taking here, paravaale list appadi ipdi ponnalu paravaale, yajna trayam he is taking, or puja, the way of worship, we can take it as yajna trayam. When Arjuna is talking to Lord Krishna all these things, Kali Yuga is going to come actually. So Arjuna envisaged this Kali Yuga, nobody is going to have this achara, sampradaya, parampara, acharam onnu irka poradilla. They are all going to implement in the form of their own shraddha. In a Shastra Pramanam padichadane theriyum. All people, they are all doing worshipping the Lord according to their own shraddha. Adi satvikama, tamasikama, rajasikama, adi vere vishayam. But not following meticulously stipulated rules and regulations are very rarely people are following. Kali Yugamlo romba kammi. And the Dwapara Yugamlo over. So Yajna Trayam is talking in this fourth shloka, Devata Prakara, mode of worship. So, Yajnanlo, three types he is looking at. Devata, object, what type of Devata he worships? Based on Guna again. Devata Prakaraha means object of worship, number one. Shraddha Trayam over, now Yajna Trayanlo, fourth shloka. Then Devata Prakara over. Second one, Yajna Prakara, the mode of worship. Third one is Sadbhavana Prakara, the motive of worship. Devata worship, Devata, what type of Devata he is worshipping, and what mode, method, Paddhati, Vidhanam he is worshipping, and what sankalpa, enna motive vechi pandra, motive enna behind. All this based on sattva, rajas, tamo guna again. So Lord Krishna says here, satvikaha, sattvic people, satvikaha means that people whose nature is sattvic predominant, predominantly sattvic. Daivi Sampatanartham. Yajante, they worship the Lord. How? They worship the Lord, the gods, Devan worship. Raj, Satvikaha Yajante Devan. Son, in thousands la vartanada, really, Sattvic people only worship the Devas. Sattvic people only worship the Devas. Other people, Rajasaha, Yaksharakshamsi, Yajante. Rajasic people worship that Yaksharakshas. Who are these Yaksharakshas? In the Tamasic people worship the Preta Ganam. In the black magic, Preta Ganam worship. Enna the vivaram apram paarpom. More in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.